Good afternoon, Los Angeles. We've got a great show on 98.1 FM and 1220 AM. That's my "and" from New York, where I'm originally from. And we have a great show today. This is the Ask Brien radio show, AskBrien, because that's the only way to spell Brien. Now, we have a great show. We've been on a hiatus for a couple weeks, so I could really get my shock jock stuff down, and I'm sure everyone's real happy with that. And without further ado, we have to welcome my co-host, Alex Grossman. Alex, you there?
I am absolutely here, Brien.
Your volume's a little low. I can't hear you too well. I'm going to talk to the engineer. Are you there? Well, I guess you're not.
I don't know what's going on with him, Brien. Let me see what I can do for you.
Well, just to let everybody know, the Ask Brien radio show is a conduit from the Ask Brien, AskBrien website. And the Ask Brien website is a site on the internet that allows people to learn about business. How do you learn about business? Well, you can go to an expert and watch a video on some specific subject. You can read an ebook. You can have a question and answer with an expert. You also can subscribe to a webinar that is put on by the experts. So webinars are usually on single subjects. Videos also are on single subjects. We've been doing the Ask Brien website now for a little over 2 years. As a part of that website, we have the Ask Brien radio show. The Ask Brien radio show, each week we will interview somebody, either a CEO or startup, somebody that can teach a business lesson to our listeners. And again, if you haven't listened to this show, that's what the show is all about. We're going to be spending the next hour interviewing somebody. We have a great guest today, Michael Huey. Michael will be on the line shortly if he's not there. Michael, are you there? No, right now he's not there. So we'll be getting on pretty soon here right now. We're running into a little bit of a technical issue, but we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
A Royal Suite.
A Royal Suite Home Furnishings is celebrating its 42nd President's Day mattress sale with the lowest prices ever through February 28th. Featuring only American-made mattresses for as low as $129, a 3-piece queen sleigh bed, dress and nightstand only $345, a complete 6-piece queen bedroom group, including a 3-piece queen bed, dresser, mirror, and nightstand only $998. Hurry, limited stock. 48 months financing, no interest on approved credit. A Royal Suite Home Furnishings in Center Point across from Sam's Club. ARoyalSuite.com.
A Royal Suite.
Sweet dreams.
Hey parents, do you live or work in the Santa Cruz Valley? Do you have a child who will start kindergarten this fall? Give them the advantage. At Saugus' new dual immersion program, your child will read, write, speak, and even think in 2 languages while they're in elementary school. Students who speak English or Spanish at home will be immersed in an engaging environment at school that fosters biliteracy and produces a high level of academic achievement. Plus, they'll be exposed to cultural and linguistic diversity at an essential developmental stage. Visit saugususd.org and enroll today. Call 294-5300 and give your child the advantage. That's 294-5300. Come to Saugus Union Schools and prepare your kindergartner to thrive in a global environment. Visit saugususd.org and enroll your child now. That's saugususd.org.
Hi, I'm Miles McNamara, Certified Senior Advisor and owner of Comfort Keepers and Home Care. Our caregivers help you in your own home. A Comfort Keeper can provide companionship, meal preparation, medication monitoring, assistance with personal care, transportation to doctor appointments, all enhancing your independence and safety in the comfort and privacy of your own home. So if you or someone you love could use a helping hand at home, call Comfort Keepers at 287-4200. That's 287-4200.
Mission Valley Bank is a commercial bank in the Santa Clarita Valley that really puts the community into community banking.
At Mission Valley Bank, we strive to be a trusted advisor to our clients, and that means being an integral part of the communities we serve. We started the Give Where You Live program to help bring awareness to our nonprofit partners. We're more than just a local business bank. In fact, we're a full-service, independent commercial bank that is locally owned, community-minded, and relationship-driven. I'm Tamara Gurney, President and CEO of Mission Valley Bank, and I invite you to experience the Mission Valley Bank difference, where your success is our mission. We want to be your most valued bank.
Mission Valley Bank has been named Most Trusted Advisor Business Banker by the San Fernando Valley Business Journal 5 years in a row, and received the Business Leadership Award by the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce, Valley Industry Association, and SCV Economic Development Corporation. Visit them at their Center Point branch location or at missionvalleybank.com. Member FDIC.
Do you ever listen, but you're not really paying attention? Sort of like what you're doing to me right now. This is Alex Urbina, your advanced life coach specialist. One of the most frequent questions I hear is, what is a life coach? Well, tune in every Friday at noon to learn the value of having a coach and listen to a live coaching session on the radio. Right here on your hometown station, KHTS.
Dunkin' Donuts now has breakfast all day long. Introducing Dunkin' Go-Tos.
Dunkin' To Go continues through February. 2 wake-up wraps with egg and cheese, only $2. 2 bagels with cream cheese spread, only $4. 2 bacon and cheese breakfast sandwiches, only $5. $2 medium lattes and cappuccinos between 2 and 6 p.m. A 10 count of Munchkins for only $2.
Open early on Bouquet Canyon and on Sierra Highway in Canyon Country. Fast in and out, America runs on Dunkin'.
Frontier Toyota, a proud supporter of Santa Clarita High School football. Experience Frontier Toyota's all-new hot and exciting 2018 Toyota Camry. Frontier Toyota, the Camry Kings. Their tops in Tacoma and Tundra trucks. Frontier Toyota, the new way of car buying. Shop from home at frontiertoyota.com or visit their showroom on Valencia and Creekside. Frontier Toyota, the only dealer in the Santa Clarita, San Fernando, and Antelope Valleys to win the prestigious Toyota President's Cabinet Award for volume and customer satisfaction.
And we have a great guest today, Michael Huey, and he's with a company called He-Fluence, He-Influence, INFLUENC.com, and that's on the web. And he actually has a great background. He's been over 27 years of background in the health industry, and he helps businesses and business owners. Are you there? No, I guess you're not. So I guess we'll keep talking. My understanding is he's got a great background in health and fitness, and he's used that health and fitness background that he's had for over 25 years to actually help business owners. He helps business owners out, and you're going to find out pretty shortly, but my understanding is he helps business owners by increasing their health through different fitness programs, different vitamins, et cetera, that they take that can assist people, and by making them healthier, obviously, they can come to work more often and allow them to increase their return on investment. It's a very interesting concept. You don't realize about health, how health can affect you in business, and that's what he's going to be talking about. We do have a little bit of a technical difficulty today. I don't know if it has to do with the rain, weather, what the issue is, but we do have some technical difficulties. And shortly they will be back on. Ask Brien will put on the entire video once we have that going. But as of right now, we do have some issues here. Everyone has to realize. We're going to take a quick break.
Are you at least 55 and have a torn irreparable rotator cuff? If so, you may qualify for a no-cost clinical study of an investigational shoulder implant. Visit rotatorcuffstudy.com. Learn more about the study being conducted at Southern California Orthopedic Institute's Valencia Clinic at rotatorcuffstudy.com. See a video of the device and get more information on how to enroll at rotatorcuffstudy.com.
That's rotatorcuffstudy.com, rotatorcuffstudy.com.
Sponsored by Micro-Air Surgical Instruments.
Fruit arranged like flowers? What a delicious idea! Edible Arrangements specializes in creating a variety of fresh fruit arrangements overflowing with fresh, hand-designed fruit and filled with strawberries, pineapple, grapes, cantaloupe, honeydew, and seasonal favorites. Made to order in a size you select and ready to eat and enjoy. You can even add chocolate to any arrangement. Edible Arrangements is always fresh, always appropriate, and always appreciated. Order yours today, 253-0052, or ediblearrangements.com. Edible Arrangements is on Soledad near Bouquet Canyon.
great healthcare just got easier and more convenient in Canyon Country. Facey Canyon Country is now open directly off the Soledad Canyon exit off the 14 freeway. The 37,000 square foot clinic houses Facey Medical Group primary care physicians, pediatricians, and specialists. Facey has easy 24/7 online appointment scheduling for PCPs and PEDS. For more information or to make an appointment, visit facey.com. That's FACEY.com.
We are in the middle of the Ask Brien show right here on KHTS with some special guests and obviously a co-host. Guys, are you with us?
We are. Can you hear us? Yes, we are.
Got it. Okay, fantastic. We are still having some technical difficulties. Please stand by. The show is worth the wait. We will get through these technical difficulties. Quick break. We'll be back.
Coming to the Canyon, Santa Clarita, Puddle's Pity Party, Gordon Lightfoot, backed by popular demand Vince Neil of Motley Crue, performing all of the Motley Crue hits, Blue Oyster Cult, Faster Pussycat, Puddle of Mud, Cottonmouth Kings, Marshall Tucker Band, Wilson Phillips, The Spinners, The Temptations, Herman's Hermits starring Peter Noon, Don McLean, Menopause the Musical, and much more. Plus country nights on Thursdays. And remember, the Canyon is the perfect place to host parties and special events. So book yours today. The Canyon, Santa Clarita, where music meets the soul. Tickets available through Ticketmaster.
The city of Santa Clarita has so much going on this year. Be on the lookout for amazing events happening throughout the year, including the Cowboy Festival, concerts in the park, Thursdays at New Hall, and the Santa Clarita Marathon. There are also a number of fun activities and things to do year-round, including outdoor recreation, hiking and bike trails, adult classes, art exhibits, youth sports programs, and more. You can even sign up to be a volunteer. Learn more at santa-clarita.com.
A Royal Suite.
A Royal Suite Home Furnishings is celebrating its 42nd President's Day mattress sale with the lowest prices ever through February 28th. Featuring only American-made mattresses for as low as $129, a 3-piece queen sleigh bed, dress and nightstand only $345, a complete 6-piece queen bedroom group, including a 3-piece queen bed, dresser, mirror, and nightstand only $998. Hurry, limited stock. 48 months financing, no interest on approved credit. A Royal Suite Home Furnishings in Center Point across from Sam's Club. ARoyalSuite.com.
A Royal Suite.
Sweet dreams. Aloha, friends. Go check out Honu Coffee, home of the best cold brew coffee. What makes their coffee special is how their organic coffee beans are infused with nitrogen to create a smooth and delicious cup of coffee. You'll also find traditional bold coffees and island-inspired signature drinks. They're the perfect place to catch up with friends or just relax with your favorite cup of joe. Honu Coffee on Lyons and Walnut in Newhall. Stop by and say aloha.
And now for your convenience, a second Honu location at 23502 Lyons Avenue between Peachland and Apple.
Mission Valley Bank is a commercial bank in the Santa Clarita Valley that really puts the community into community banking.
At Mission Valley Bank, we strive to be a trusted advisor to our clients, and that means being an integral part of the communities we serve. We started the Give Where You Live program to help bring awareness to our nonprofit partners. We're more than just a local business bank. In fact, we're a full-service, independent commercial bank that is locally owned, community-minded, and relationship-driven. I'm Tamara Gurney, President and CEO of Mission Valley Bank, and I invite you to experience the Mission Valley Bank difference, where your success is our mission. We want to be your most valued bank.
Mission Valley Bank has been named Most Trusted Advisor Business Banker by the San Fernando Valley Business Journal 5 years in a row and received the Business Leadership Award by the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce, Valley Industry Association, and SCV Economic Development Corporation. Visit them at their Center Point branch location or at missionvalleybank.com. Member FDIC.
Genghis Khan Mongolian Barbecue and Chinese Buffet. Healthy vegetables and lean meats. A low-carb treat. Create your own bowls with our delicious meats and always fresh vegetables. Then, blend in your own secret sauce. Feast at the all-you-can-eat buffet and barbecue for the same low price. A local favorite for over 25 years, Genghis Khan is still located on Lyons Avenue just east of the I-5. Enter between the Chevron and Shell gas stations. Come and see us soon at Genghis Khan.
There's a very good reason Embrace Your Smile Orthodontics has been voted #1 orthodontist in Santa Clarita 8 years in a row.
team.
Dr. Megan LaCornu.
I think for me, what makes it stand out is when I have patients that come to me and say, we have never been in a doctor's office that feels like this. Our team is a family, and we really get along, and we are really passionate about what we do, helping our patients get the smiles they want and deserve.
Dr. Megan LaCornu of Embrace Your Smile Orthodontics.
Embrace your smile.
EmbraceYourSmile.com.
What to do, what to do. Your child's birthday is almost here. Put your birthday plans on ice. Ice Station Valencia. Throw a hassle-free party for 10 or more with an Ice Station party package. Public skating, rental skates, group lesson, birthday cake, pizza, soft drinks, party favors, and a decorated party area. Your party hostess will have a gift for your birthday child. For your fun ice skating party, call 775-8686 and keep your party cool. Ice Station Valencia, across the street from Valencia High.
It's never been so easy to have a great night out. Whether it's a date night or girls' night out, experience Pinot's Palette in Valencia or Encino. Order your favorite drink from the bar and paint your very own masterpiece. No art experience needed. Local artists make it easy for you. So you can paint, sip, and listen to great music while creating a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. Fun, relaxing, and memorable. Pinot's Palette. To book your party, go to pinotspalette.com. That's pinotspalette.com.
Your hometown station.
I rely on Aaron in the afternoon to get me home from my job in Canyon Country.
98.1 FM and AM 1220.
So we're back with the Ask Brien radio show after a few technical difficulties. Apologize for that. I think we've got it all set up. Alex, you there?
I am here, Mr. Brien Johnson.
And Michael, are you there?
I am here.
So without any further ado, because we had a little bit of a brief hiccup, we're going to get right into this. Michael, well, I was wondering if you could give us a little bit of background. How did you get involved with He-Fluence, and what is He-Fluence.com?
Well, it's actually He-Fluence, just He-Fluence, and I am the founder and CEO. I rebranded my company after 25 years. We help men walk in purpose in their health, relationships, and business. And I just believe that age is just a number. So that's how He-Fluence started. I've been in the fitness and nutrition industry for over 25 years. I went to undergraduate and graduate school at The Ohio State University with studies in exercise science. I was also a 4-year letter winner in track and field when I was at Ohio State, and I was in the top 1% of the fitness industry for over 20 years, Peter.
So when you were in Ohio State, you were running away from people in the track team, right? People were chasing you, so you just figured out, I got to go as fast as I can because otherwise they catch me, and that's how you built up your speed. Is that correct?
Yeah, you know the old movie, White Man Can't Jump, but White Man Can Run. So that's what I was as fast as almost every guy on the team, and we brought in about 25 guys as a freshman, and only 4 of us lettered all 4 years. So that tells you how hard it was to compete at that high level.
I'm surprised they didn't throw you on the football team for kick returner. Anyway, let's get back. So you went to Ohio State, you graduated, and you had your degree. How did you get into this business, He-Fluence? You had did you start off from right out of college into your own business? Did you work for somebody? What happened?
I worked for Valley Soto Fitness. I moved to Florida, and back in 1993, I went out on my own. And so over 20 years, I've been on my own, working for myself. As I said, rebranded my company and moved over into the online space, working more with corporations and individuals from the ages of 35 to 65. I just love helping people walk in purpose. And so now, after 25 years, I would just say this: I've never been more excited about what's happening with our company and where we're going in the direction that we're headed.
Well, what does your company do, and how do you get clients? So let me understand. You're providing fitness training. What are you providing to businesses?
We provide everything for businesses. And obviously we work with men. We work with men, but we also work with corporations. That's what we're going into working with corporations. We're right now just working with men only. And I think when we were on, Peter and I were talking earlier, so that one of the questions was, why do I work with men only? And it's because my wife and I agreed that when you work with men and the men are thriving in the household, The wife is thriving. The kids are thriving. It's been evident in our work with that demographics. And our goal now is to start working, going into corporations. I have a friend of mine, George Brien, that does that. And he told me a long time ago, he said, why are you not doing this, and why have you waited so long to do this? So that's one of our next plans that we have going down the line here, to work with corporations and big companies.
All right, but before we get there, what are you doing? What do you do for business? Okay, I own a business. I own a furniture store down the street. What are you doing for me if I hire you?
Well, we go in, and depending on how many employees there are, I work a lot with people one-on-one. Most of our packages are group packages, group training. We do a deep dive into every aspect of their life. We dig into their health. We dig into the relationships that they have. We dig into what's going on in their business. How is their marketing plan? How are their strategies? We have a team that works together here in the office, and that's kind of what we like to do. And eventually we're going to go deeper into that aspect of going into corporations and digging deep into every one of those, building better relationships with boss and employees, and allowing people to kind of understand the importance of what that is, having better health, having better relationships, and then scaling your business inside a corporation.
So if I had that furniture store and I hired you, what are you going to do? You're going to put me on a weight loss program? What are you going to do?
Well, we don't do one size fits all here. We do DNA testing. We do food allergy testing. We do a lot of stuff so that we can make sure that we're not doing the one size fits all when it comes to individuals. We incorporate intermittent fasting. We have a nutrition program we developed that tailors menu plans and grocery lists so that people, if they want to do meal prep and do those type of things, to be able to be beneficial when they go to work, so that not feeling like they're buying food outside the office, expending money, which helps them in the long run, helps them save money, helps the corporation function better. We do relationship testing also, where we help people learn how to thrive in their relationships. We use a couple of different systems that we have put together. And then if it's a business, we sit down and dig into it and find out how we can help them in marketing, how we can help them build a foundation of areas that their business may need help in.
So, Michael, I've been an entrepreneur for a lot of years, and I've also been the CEO of some smaller and medium-sized companies. And, one of the problems that I always had is, health and fitness was really important, because you got to be sharp in your mind. You got to feel good. You got to get up in the morning. You're on planes all the time. You know how it is. You're just working like 100 hours a week. And so do you help people like me to figure out, eat better, think better? I mean, is it better than other programs? How do you go about that?
That's a great question, Alex. I believe that, so what I've done is I've researched other coaches, some of the top in the industry, and we decided that we were going to do it better. So we've hired a great team around us to help me implement the things that I've wanted to implement. And one of the things that we help entrepreneurs do is we help them do just what you just said. We teach them how to eat when they travel. We give them travel menu plans. We do, if they're in a certain area, we help them what to eat at certain restaurants. They can tell us where they're going to be, and we teach them how to do that. We teach them how to meal prep. We teach them what supplements to take and how much water to drink when they're traveling. I think it's very important that because I travel a lot myself, I'm 50 this year, and I'm the fittest and the healthiest I've ever been. I did a DNA test this year. It told me I was minus 15 at my cellular age, and I did a telomeres test, which tells you how you're aging. And I do all these testing on all of my clients, and we find out that that's the norm. And most people are not doing this testing. They're not helping people understand how to fit these things into their lifestyle while they're traveling. Does that make sense, Alex?
That makes perfect sense. I mean, I know I did look at your website, which is quite nice, and you have this little thing up there where you say level up your health, your relationships, and your wealth today. So that's great for the health. Tell me about the wealth.
Well, hold on. Before you get on there, not everybody knows about these DNA tests, and then you mentioned another test that began with a T. So please explain that to our listeners. Not everyone has the background that you do, Alex.
So what we do is that's funny. We do a hair, nail, and saliva test. and then those tests come back and tell us like what foods people are allergic to. We do a gut test, which tells us, and this
is that a gut biome? Is that kind of a gut biome test?
It is a gut biome test, Alex, and we do. We've partnered with a company called Viome, which is run by a billionaire named Naveen Jain. And Naveen and I have become pretty close friends. I'm actually going to be at a conference with him in a couple weeks. And we do extensive testing so that the people can know. And I believe the gut biome is our second brain. So if we can, and everybody's gut biome is different, Alex and Peter, and the thing that I'm so over with is all of these one-size-fits-all type of diets, the keto diet, and all these different things that are fads. I want to find out what is perfect for Alex, what is perfect for Brien, what is perfect for the lady who runs my marketing department, so that we can make sure that people are all not just living longer, but living longer healthier and being more productive inside the workplace, because I believe it starts with their health.
All right, one second. Not everyone knows what a gut biome test is and what it does. So if you don't know that, you're not going to get any further in the conversation.
Oh, come on, Brien. We have to know that. What are you talking about?
So Alex, you want to just talk about? No, I'm just kidding.
Alex. Yeah, I think Alex should explain it since he knows it so well.
Yeah.
I could explain it, but Michael.
It's basically a poop test.
Yes.
So
I didn't want to go there.
Well, that's why I was. I was saying, Alex, maybe Peter doesn't really want to know what a gut biome test is.
Well, I'm not telling you. I'm not asking how we get the results. I'm telling you, what does that results provide? What information do you get out of it? You don't have to tell me what the graphic description is. I mean, I'm that guy that usually does that.
So what it does is, so we talked about technology because we've had some mix-up in technologies today. So technology is changing every single day, and I think the reason why our clients and my wife and my whole entire family, I was telling Peter about this, I've been able to eliminate, and hopefully nobody from the FDA is, but I've been able to eliminate medications from our family because I've been able to allow the body to function the way God intended it to function. And by that, we individually can find out what's going on inside the gut, and then we can find out what foods best fit that person's biome. What foods, and then we rotate that. So we do kind of there's an app, and it tells you what foods to eat. It shows you, it can give you, we take the results, put it into a system that we've created, and then it pops out a grocery list and a menu plan so the person can go right to the grocery store, buy the foods, come home, and have the foods that we'll eat to help them benefit from their microbiome the best. Does that, maybe, I know, Alex, you might be okay with that. Peter, does that kind of give you a little bit of understanding?
That's why I'm going to have an ice cream sundae and a bottle of alcohol every day.
I don't think that'll come back good on your test.
That's what my gut tells me.
That'll be one of the things that comes back for you that says, Peter, do not eat ice cream and drink alcohol. But
it's good for my sugar level. Keeps it over.
It'll
keep it over 600. My goal is over 600.
Well, it's funny that you bring that up because I don't know if you guys, and I'm sure, Alex, you've heard this, a lot of the big fad now is intermittent fasting, right? So intermittent fasting does a lot of things. I incorporate this in every single one of my clients, and even when I'm talking to groups of people, because not only does it have massive health benefits, it helps lower disease risk, improves blood sugar level, extends lifespan, helps you with your memory. There's just a lot of things that go on when you're inside that. And also, I mean, how many of us don't want to lose some fat around our midsection or lose a little bit of weight? These are things that we can do, and it's basically what a lot of people did for years. They skipped breakfast, and then they ate from 12 to 8, and then they didn't eat till 12 the next day. So it kind of incorporates that, and it's really good for people.
That's me. That's totally me.
You're already doing it, Brien?
Yeah.
I mean,
I skip breakfast. I eat from 12 to 8, and then I don't eat till 12 the next day. That's me.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to eat 12,000 calories during that time. That's the problem.
It's the 48-ounce porterhouse that kills me.
Yeah, 1,500 calories at one meal, right?
All right. So anyway, how is this going to help a business owner? All that you're telling me is about some dieting stuff, which is great. And by the way, before we go any further, how do you get this biome gut test?
You can go to Viome, VIOME.com/He-Fluence, and you can get all the information that you want to get there. And then if you want me to interpret it, I'll interpret it to you, and we can talk more about that later on as we get close to the end. But so your question is, how does this help a businessman? Here's what I like to teach my clients. I like to teach them because I believe that I work with a wide variety of men. I work a lot with CEOs and pastors and people who have exactly what Alex said, a very busy lifestyle. So most pastors I know work a job and do ministry. So a lot of guys, even men who are entrepreneurs, right? I teach the law of intentionality. I don't know if you guys are familiar with John C. Maxwell, but he's written close to 35 bestsellers. I just read a book of his called The 15 Laws of Growth. And his number one law was the law of intentionality. And I believe that when corporations and businesses and entrepreneurs and men in general and even women are intentional about their like planning out their workouts, Alex, you said that, how can I fit all this into a busy lifestyle? Well, look, I have two growing businesses. I have a nutrition business and then I have He-Fluence. Well, planning my workouts out, those are non-negotiable. What foods do I eat? I do meal prep. Like we're getting ready to teach people how to do meal prep. What foods you eat when you're traveling, knowing when you're going to go to sleep and how much sleep you're going to get, how much water are you drinking? And I'm a man of faith, so I get up and I read the Bible and pray every morning. But most people, that may be a book. Maybe that's some personal development. I don't know one business that doesn't benefit from personal development, and personal development has massively changed my business in the last year, and it's massively changed not only that, but it's changed my marriage and relationships that I've had. So I think being intentional, and whether that's supporting your spouse or your employees, we have a role at our office. Every single day we take a 1-hour break, my wife and I, and we spend time together. And we start our morning off with our employees, and we do the same thing. We talk about our day and plan out our day, and so that we're intentional, so that we're not just repeating. The old definition of insanity is, right, doing the same thing over and over and expecting something different in return.
How is that different than meditation?
Meditation can be meditation on the Word. I meditate on a lot of different things. There's breathing techniques. There's, I told you guys that I'm a avid biohacker, and biohacker is using systems to tap into your body, right? Like whether that's different supplements. Like I think 95% of the people that are breathing right now don't even know what to take for supplements because there's so much on the market, and 95% of it is garbage. 95% of it is garbage and it doesn't even work. I was a researcher for over 100 different nutrition companies, and I finally put my name to a company after 27 years, and it's a biohacking company. And that's why I think when you really find out what's most important about what you're doing inside your health, I think that leads into a lot of different areas. And I think when you incorporate in being intentional into your businesses, it eliminates distractions.
So doesn't everybody have a unique DNA? And if everybody has a unique DNA, doesn't everybody have to take a different set of supplements?
That's a good question that you asked, that, Alex. I don't know if you know this, but let me. This is something.
Alex knows everything. Guys. Okay.
Well, I can bet you there's some things that Alex is gonna want to talk to me about after this. But so now there's this term called nutrigenomics, and it's a term called biohacking. Yep. And you can instead of supplementing your body, you can actually activate what's already there, and it will affect gene expression. So, like my father had atherosclerosis years ago. He doesn't have it anymore. The doctors can't figure it out. Well, I take a product called, it's an NRF2 activator, and you guys are like, well, what the heck's an NRF2 activator? An NRF2 activator activates a protein at the cellular level that affects gene expression. So there's a certain amount of genes in your body that are upregulated and downregulating as we go through life, whether it's environmental or oxidative stress or whatever that may be. It causes our genes to be affected either positively or negatively. And this NRF2 activation in the disease that my dad had reversed 17 of those 19 genes in the opposite direction of the disease process. So what do you think that does for a person when they're struggling with disease and sickness? Not only does it do that, but it reverses a lot of those issues that the body has. We're not allowed to say that because it's not a drug, but these technologies, like there's an NRF1 protein that upregulates mitochondria and repairs mitochondria, whereas 90% of our energy stores come from. So it's activation over supplementation. Yes, supplements, we used to think they worked, and we thought they were great, and I made millions of dollars off of them, but I found out that they don't work. And and I found out that there's a better way. Just like there's a better way. We all don't use the same iPhone as we used to use. Nobody uses the iPhone 2, except maybe my dad. But we now use an X or an XS. So we're progressing into learning more, and 95 to 97% of people don't understand how they can tap into the systems in their body and make their body work the way it was intended to.
Yeah, I think that's very true. And as you look at that, everybody's a little bit different, and really doing the test and understanding what people need individually, and then building a customized program for them works. I mean, my own personal experience is I was looking for, laying it back to business. I was looking for VC money some years ago, and I met with the VCs, and they probably, it's not politically correct to say these things, but they said to me, you look like you're in good shape. Do you work out? How do you eat? What do you do? You're the CEO. We're betting on you. We want you in top shape, because the CEO who takes time off, who's sick, who is unfocused, we can't bet on that person. We want everybody in your team to be in good shape. And there's a lot of truth to that. And it really came down on me, because I was working in a startup and putting in 80 hours a week and not exercising and not doing what I needed to do. And it definitely affected, my 100%. Performance. It's time to up level your performance, right?
100%. And you know what's great about that, Alex, is that I'm around a lot of influencers. And I know we're going to get to talk about this, but I think that a first impression goes a long way. And when you, my friend Mark Donegan is the vice president of marketing for a company called Beamer, and there's all kinds of. It's not the car you drive, and it's not the mat you lay on. It's a telecommunications company. Like they work with Netflix and GoToWebinar and all these different types of things. And Mark is one of the fittest guys I see. And now, because of a company-wide awareness of being healthy, every single person in the office has started to move towards that. And I think you know this from being at that high level in entrepreneurship and being a CEO. People look to you for guidance and more than just business. They look at that impression that you leave as being a fit man.
Sure. I mean, I think the biohack. I'd love you to talk a little more about biohacking as well, and how people get it right or how they get it wrong, and why you can help people to really, bring out things that they haven't been able to do on their own that they may not notice.
But before you do that, Two things. One is you listen to KHTS 1220 and 98.1 FM. The other thing is I want you to tell, after you answer that question, I want you to explain to me how is being healthy going to increase my bottom line? Because that's what I really care about. All this other stuff doesn't matter. Just because you're healthy doesn't mean, you could be you could work 100 hours a week. That doesn't mean you're going to be successful. Okay, so let's get into the concept of how being healthy is going to help you business, because it doesn't matter if you have an IQ of a such and such and you're doing such and such. That's not going to increase. That's just going to say you can work more hours. You're going to be around more. That doesn't mean that you're going to be more successful. So explain to me how that's going to make you more successful.
So are we going to answer the biohacking question first?
Yes, because that's the easier one for you.
I think it'll find it.
Well, I mean, and Alex, you can comment on it too. But biohacking is really simple from a plan of really understanding what it truly is. Like I mean, you guys tell me. Do you think Apple wishes that Steve Jobs was still around? Of course they do. I mean, they almost went bankrupt several times, and I think that. Healthy people are more productive in many ways, but just think about how, look, biohacking has an amazing definition, and it's always been implanted in my shirt. It's weird. I have a biohacking shirt on today that has the definition of biohacking on it, and every time I'm at the gym, somebody reads it and says, what the heck is that? And it's the science of optimizing your performance and well-being with the help of technology and biological systems. So it's no longer adding a supplements your body, but a biohacking taps into what's already there, but because we've aged, it doesn't work. So let me give Peter an example so he understands it. So in this office at night, when I go to leave, we push a button and the lights go down. Is there still electricity running to the lights? Yes, there's still electricity running. What do I got to do to get it to come back on? I flip a switch, and that switch now there's the NRF2 protein came about first, and now there's the NRF1 protein, and now we just learned about a month ago that there's an NRF3 protein. So not only are these systems there inside the body, but they were meant for our body to turn back on and slow down aging at the cellular level so the body doesn't age. And I'm just going to say this, Peter, if I get where you're going with that, but I can, if I'm in an atmosphere or in a company or at a job where I'm alert and I'm functioning and I have a leader that sits down with me and encourages me and shows me the steps. You know, one of my friends is speaking at an event this next weekend, Funnel Hacking Live with Russell Brunson in Nashville, and my wife and I are going. You know, Russell Brunson does the DISC test for his people.
I've actually listened to his webinars before.
Okay, and the DISC test tells you how to hire people for certain jobs. We teach people the DISC test. Like all of my friends teach people how to do that. Guys, the problem with people is that they've been doing the wrong things for too long. It's showing people not just what's making you money, but showing them how they can have profits and how they can scale their businesses and have the right people doing it. Because I'll just tell you this. I'll give you this prime quick example. I have a guy in my office right now that, and it's funny you talked about Russell Brunson, I believe that he created something in 24 hours that can eliminate what Russell Brunson has taken 3 years to do, okay? So technology is changing every single day. You just have to surround yourself around the right type of people so that you know the right type of people, and there's ways to find that out, are inside your office and working with you. Does that make sense?
Well, that concept is a very good concept. If you can figure out the right people to work for you and that meet what your goals are, that you're going to be a successful business. I was taught by a couple of VCs, by the way, and they told me always hire people brighter than yourself. All right, and so obviously, if you can bring in those type of people, that's fine. But what you haven't told me, and you haven't told this audience, is how do you do these things, and how do you make, and how does that increase your company's profitability? You're just telling me there are various things and various methods and systems out there to help people become healthier and have them work more hours. You haven't told me that how you're going to select people that are going to be able to be more qualified than yourself to work for you, and how you're going to get those people, when they're working for you, to make your business be more successful.
Okay. I thought we were getting towards that. I use the DISC test. I only have 4 people that work with me. I have my wife. I have administrative assistant. I actually have 5. I have administrative assistant, and we use the DISC test. We use the DISC test, and we use wisdom by looking at what people's goals are, and we set those goals and what their standards are. And if they don't match up to the way we think and the way we grow, I mean, I think our business is going to do 5 times what we did last year. Why? Because we completely eliminated distractions. We completely realized that we were partnering with the wrong type of people, and we realized that there was a system to put in place. And Alex, maybe you can comment on this, is how this is making things different is if I have better relationships and my people are happy. You know, one of the things that we do inside of our groups, and almost all of my friends that are in corporate America do this, they do a love language test, right? And they find out what people's love language are inside their groups, and they put them into groups. And my buddies have shown that 75 to 80% of those people are at work on time, better. Their productivity and their sales are up. I just helped one of my clients save his marriage. He lost 35 pounds, and his sales at his job went up 35% in a 90-day period of time. So I think they all go hand in hand when you're thinking about what's important. If I'm healthy and I have healthy relationships, I believe in my experience of working with corporations and men's and multi-million-dollar people, and you surround yourself like my wife. I'll give you a prime example of something that I think been very important for my wife. We joined 2 masterminds last year, and we joined one of the ones we got into was rated #1 by Forbes magazine. Every single person that's inside that mastermind that's focused on their health, that is creating better relationships, and is focusing and being in those types of, like, I flew to Arizona to go to a conference. My wife and I go to tons of business conferences, and like next week, I'm taking people on our team to a conference to learn and grow. I think it's putting yourself in the right atmosphere and being around. How many times have you heard this? And I know, Alex, you've heard this as a CEO, that you're the sum of the 5 people that you spend time with. Well, like, I think, Alex, or Peter, you told me you have a very small office. Well, there's always, and a lot of times I find this, is that there's too many chiefs and not enough Indians, right? And so for you, being the boss, you set an example for people to follow. And I just believe that if you can implement these things, if you can have better health and you can have better relationships and you can put yourself around the right type of people that's learning and helping you grow what your goals and wants and needs finding. I'll tell you, the number one thing I think you should do is you should find out what your why is. And when you find out what your why is and you surround yourself around people that have that same mindset, then your business is absolutely 100% going to grow. Does that make better sense?
It does, but not everybody knows what why is, so you're going to have to explain that too. We have our audience is very low-key.
Well, I think they're smarter than you give them credit for there, Brian.
Do you understand a little bit about that, Alex, also?
Yes, I do. And I think the healthy body, healthy mind is the easiest way that I always associate it to people, to tell them, look, it's really hard. Not everybody is going to be supermodel or weightlifter, perfect. But the thing about it is the healthier you are, the easier it is for your mind to stay focused and to keep attention on what you're doing. And I know that, as an entrepreneur, as the owner of a business and even a CEO, your people look to you every day. If you come in with a bad attitude, you're tired, you don't have a lot of energy, they're not going to have a lot of energy. I mean, low energy is as contagious as high energy. And I believe that you have to have that energy. And I don't think we're all good enough to do it on our own. I think what you have here, Michael, that's interesting is we know that coaching, like teaching, works, right? I could go read a book on, physics or geometry, and I could learn it, but it's way easier when I have someone showing me how it actually works. And I think it's very true. You need this same type of personal attention, to change your life and to do it. Because we don't really know what's good for us, and that's why I think the tools and the tests that you're talking about are very important. And I think that, I do happen to know success rates of weight loss programs and health and wellness programs that are just generic, where someone puts out a brochure or, they send you food in the mail. Those programs are about 10% successful. And the reason is because 10% of the people it works for. The other 90, they haven't run the test, they don't know, and it doesn't necessarily work for them. And it's not just motivation. I hear people all the time say, well, you're not motivated, that's why you didn't lose weight on this program, or you didn't get healthy on this program. Maybe it was the wrong program for you. And I think that's why your approach is so unique and good.
And it means
not
it
that
means
I'm
a lot.
commercial for you. Don't get me wrong here, but I believe in what you're saying here.
Yeah, and a lot of the things too is like Peter was talking about. We have a virtual assistant, and you basically have them bidding on who they want to work with. And our virtual assistant said that mindset is the most important thing. And so, we just hired a guy named Jade Fulford that I told you about, and his mindset is every day that we're all on the same pace and on the same purpose, and we're driven to do the same things. When you can do that inside of a business or a corporation, it starts with being healthy and building quality long-term relationships. And I've learned a lot in the last year just how to build strong, healthy relationships. And I agree with what Peter said. John Maxwell said, if you're the smartest person in the room, get out of the room as quick as you can.
Exactly.
Well, that's interesting how that would apply to college, but okay. Let's not diverge too far. You're listening to KHTS 1220 and 98.1 FM. We have about a minute and a half left. 3 minutes. We got more time because we had technical problems. All right, so we're back to the show. You didn't go over what the why was. We were discussing that. I don't think you explained what why is.
So there's a couple things, and I'll share this real quick. The why, they always say your why should make you cry, and I think when you're looking at whether I'm an employee or I'm a business owner, there's my wife and I have a business that we have business partners all around the world, and we want to find out what drives them to build their own business. Like, I don't believe that this business is in competition with other nutrition companies. I believe we're now in a gig economy. We're in a company where people want to create multiple streams of income, right? Everybody was taught for a long time that they just go to work, get a job, go to college, and then try to live off a half of that as they got older, right? Well, I've learned I want to create the top millionaires and billionaires in the world have created between 5 and 7 sources of income. I'm at 5 now. I have 2 more to go. So I believe that my why first one was to allow my wife to retire, which she did. And now my why is to leave a legacy and live a legacy. Not just leave a legacy, but live a legacy that when other people see me, they want that same type of lifestyle. They want to live healthy. They want to have businesses. They want to take care of their family. I don't want my family to live the way that the previous generations of my family and other people live. So your why and your what are you willing to do to get that? If you're willing to put these steps into action, you will always get your why. Like my wife's why is her sister just had a baby. So she put her sister's baby picture on her phone so that every day, and my wife is thriving in the entrepreneurship realm because she has implemented, she's healthier. She has incredible relationships. We invest in our marriage every single day that builds us up and lifts us up. And I'll just say this, Peter, I don't believe that you can have somebody that's healthy and has good relationships and is their body's performing the way it was intended to, that they can come and not be productive on the job site. That's what I've seen in my businesses, and that comes with building strong, healthy relationships. When you understand your why and you all are on the same page, you all thrive and grow together.
So we have about 20 seconds left. Your website is is it H-He-hyphen?
No, it's HE-FLUENCE.com. And I will say this, our live event website is going to go live Monday, and it's He-Fluence.SocietyLive.com. He-Fluence.SocietyLive.com. You can get a ticket there. If you're a wife and you're on this show,
He-Fluence with a hyphen.
We got to go, guys. It's 2 o'clock. Goodbye.
Okay. See you later, guys.
Hey, thanks, Michael.
Thanks.
Thanks, Alex. Appreciate that.